It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Xavier Legette. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Panthers and the Falcons, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Back to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. And it'll send him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Here's Young from the shotgun. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now Young. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Panthers at 9-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Young. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Young going to give to Brooks. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing, Young. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Young to throw it.
That one completes Allegiant.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Here's Young. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
For the Panthers field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Back to throw here.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
The numbers for Brooks a week ago.
18 carries, 92 yards.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And this is going to be a Panthers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now here's Young.
Got a man. That's Leggett.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Young to throw it. That's caught. It's Coleman. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a first down. Looking to throw, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Again, it's Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Coleman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Carolina! Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Falcons ready to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Robinson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Robinson with another carry. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, caught by London. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, it's Young. Coleman has it here right side. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Young. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. And he is going to have the Panthers first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, Young. Got a man, that's Liggett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelce. On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Young will set to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Young now.
That one completes it again.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And this is going to be incomplete.
When a linebacker diagnoses a screen, who wins? The quarterback getting a throw over to the back in time, or the linebacker running in to knock it away? With the athleticism of modern linebackers, they win the race more often than not.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now Young. This one complete to Coleman. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Young. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Young to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Young. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Young. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It's now 3rd and 19.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
The Falcons offense and running back Bijan Robinson set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the...
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
To throw, Young. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Brooks here. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They go play action here on 1st down.
Into the hands of London.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Robinson up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Panthers about ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they're seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Young now from the 50. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Young to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw again. Young. And once again, this is Sanders. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18.
That's another Panthers 1st down.
Now here's Young. And that is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Young. It's caught by Sanders. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw, Young. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, but the question is how much longer can they really rely on their defense to pitch a shutout?
That's a great question because the guys on the other sideline are saying, give us the ball. We want another shot at this. So, yes, tight game, he'll take the 3. But this game, it's far from over.
They start on the ground with Robinson here.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Defense has always talked about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Young working out of the gun. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 4.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On play action, they'll throw.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And we're back now in Charlotte. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Young now, throwing to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Brooks. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Young.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's good for a Carolina Panther.
Now Young.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Young. And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 34.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're throwing again. Another big play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Young will set to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
They'll run right here with Brooks.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll drop to throw.
Checks this one down to Robinson.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down at 0.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw.
Looking for London on the out route complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
He's got his pass catching tight end. That's Pitts.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Back to throw again. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Here's 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Young off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
London holds this one in.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. That's out wide here for Robinson. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of the 1st as he's tackled at the 47. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for Carolina, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.